Okay. Well, my name is Dante Santori, and I'm European, and I'm 46 years old. I'm a former Airborne Special Forces sergeant, and I came across this book a few years ago, and that has been a big part of my life since then. Anyway, then me and Petro is coming to my house regularly, and we became good friends. And then in 2008, one day he called me and he said, "Hey Dante, I'd like to go on this road trip because I want to visit my brother." His brother at the time was in jail in the south of Spain, and he also wanted to visit his father, which was a former diplomat from the Ukraine in Portugal. When his father retired, he stayed in Portugal, decided not to go back to the Ukraine and stay there. So that was his idea, to go visit his brother and his father. And because he knew I liked road trips, I said, sure, let's go. So we went and visited his brother in jail in the south of Spain, and then we went to visit his father. We got there, and we stood there for a couple of hours, chit-chatting with his father, and then his father asked us to clean out this room. He said, "Can you take out all the stuff that's there? And most of it is junk." And so okay, we'll go there and help his father. He was an old man at the time. At the time he was, I think, 68 or 69. So we went there, and we thought we would find, maybe 4 or 5 plastic bags with garbage. Instead, we found dozens and dozens and dozens of boxes with lots of documents and loose papers and all kinds of stuff. So we started looking at it, and some of them were quite interesting because they had the old USSR stamp, the hammer and everything, and I thought this might have some historical interest. And so we went back to him and we asked if we could keep the boxes instead of chucking them. And he said, sure. So we took the boxes home, and we went through the boxes. And after a few months, because we only got together like 2-3 times a month, after a few months we came across the Alien Races book. In fact, first we came across this page, the front page of one of the editions of the Alien Races book, dated 1951. But there was nothing to the book. There was only the front page. Later we found the book. We found out later that the book has been edited several times, revised several times. Things have been added to it, and made more modern and updated like that. Yeah. Well, he started reading it because the book was in Russian, and he is Ukrainian because he passed away, but he was Ukrainian, so he knew Russian quite well. I didn't. So we started looking at it, and what we did was he would translate from Russian to Ukrainian, and then he would talk to me in Italian or in Portuguese, because he speaks both and I speak both. And then I will start writing it in English. We found it curious, a curious read. At the time when we first found the book, we didn't contact his father right away. We just started looking at it, what was the source, So we just started looking at it and reading. We went through it in one day, went for a couple of pages, then the weekend after a few more pages, until we called his father. That's when we started taking this subject more seriously, because we called him, and he said, "Oh, that's where the book is. I didn't know. I forgot about it. I tried to find it. I couldn't find it. I thought I would maybe misplaced it, but so you guys have it. So what you're doing with it, And so we started talking, and they told us lots of things that are written in the first pages of the book. We wrote some notes there that it was in fact a book given to the Smersh agents, and and that has been updated over and over again. Not only information, but the pictures and the people involved, and that's how he ended up with it. Because before the collapse of the USSR, he was involved with the Communist Party in Russia and the Ukraine, and that's how he eventually got the book. And apparently there were not a lot of people involved with the book. The book was more of like a manual so that they know what to do, and for them to be informed of what they're dealing with and to add to it. That was their role, these SMERSH agents. By what we know, there was only a very, very few agents that were part of this project, and that had this book with them at all times. To investigate every case, any sighting, any incident involving, there's even one example right at the beginning of the book of one incident of these girls that disappeared. So they wanted, the heads of the SMERSH wanted these officers, these secret agents, to investigate every incident that kind of related to that incident where the girl disappeared. Because as far as we know, this was still in the beginning of alien investigation, so they weren't exactly sure of what they're dealing with. So they just wanted to gather any kind of information and add to the book at the time. Well, we started translating it maybe early 2009, little by little. And then I had a YouTube channel. Not this one that I have now, a previous one that was deleted. I posted a video one day last year around 4 in the morning. At the time I didn't have any copyright warnings or anything on my channel, and I posted a video about it, showing the original book, pages of the original book, because we had the original. Posted a video around 4 in the morning. I watched it, the views going up, and when the views were at about 150 views, I fell asleep. I went to bed. About 2 hours later, I came back, and the channel had been deleted. The week prior to my channel being deleted, I received a few, I don't know who the person was. I received some emails from someone. I know it was in a Nordic country, but I don't know which one. I received these emails of people saying that the Canadian Armed Forces had been checking out my channel, reading my stuff, that they were hacking into my channel, the Canadian Armed Forces. And not the Americans, not the Chinese, not the Russians, the Canadians. And so that was interesting. And then the channel got deleted. That changed me the most was the fact that Petro died in a car accident while we were going to meet and talk about the Alien Races book, and he was bringing me the original, and he died in a car accident. So that's the thing that marked me the most, because I lost a good friend because of this. We planned to meet at a certain place around 7, I think, or 7 a.m., and I got there a bit late, and there was a big commotion. There was the police there, and there was a car upside down, and I found out eventually that was him. I approached the car, and I checked the car. The police was there, so I couldn't really do a big investigation like CSI, you know. But I identified myself and said I'm a good friend, and he has no family here, so I'm the only person he has around here, and if I could have a look in the car, and one of the officers let me, and the book was gone, the original. I'm not saying that it's someone killed him or caused that accident in order to steal the book. There's many ways to steal things. You have to come up with an accident. Hopefully you die in an accident, you know. but it's just strange that someone took it, that's all. There's 2 races mentioned in the book, and that were according to the book, were the inspiration for the alien race that's on the movie Independence Day. We show them, and we decide to publish it like that, and people can decide. They update the book often, and they use images from some are drawings from witnesses to describe any given race, one race. And so they used images from alien races from movies, video games, and sometimes, obviously just the drawings from witnesses. Now, one of those races that is mentioned as the inspiration for the Independence Day alien race has an image that is quite recent. But the other one is 8 years older than the Independence Day movie. So that's the info on that. First of all, like I said, there was many boxes that we got. I think it was 58 or 59 boxes. And we know that a lot of the documents in those boxes have things that are related to alien activity. A lot of other papers that are there have nothing to do. And there's papers there that are just like an order for someone to buy caviar for some meeting, but some are about aliens and UFO activity. But we translated maybe 2% of the papers that are there. I started looking more and more, not only on the internet, but going to libraries and trying to have to confirm some of the dates and events that are on the book, to confirm with other literature, other information. And the interesting thing, what is one of the things that I found most important, is that not too long ago, recently, in South America, these archaeologists found these pieces of pottery that they put together, and this is in South America. Well, those pieces show Sumerian design, not South American, nothing to do with Mayans or Aztecs or none of those Indo-American civilizations, but Sumerian styled drawings and images on the pottery. But not only that, on the sides of the pottery, there's a word that keeps on coming up, which is the word Kurs, K-U-R-S. Well, the Alien Races book mentions a race called Kurs, K-U-R-S. And these pieces of pottery were found after I started releasing information about the book. So these pieces of pottery confirm that at least one of those races that nobody has ever heard before until I start publishing information about the book does exist. What people call Anunnaki, that the book calls Anunnakene, worked close together with this race Kurs, and not only with the race Kurs, but with the race Zeta Reticuli, which most people think Zeta Reticuli are the Greys, but according to the book, they're not. The Greys are another race called Solipsirae. That's what the book says. When I first started publishing information, I made a video a while ago showing, I think it was 7 races, and immediately, not immediately, but about 6 weeks later, I started getting messages from publishing companies. And over a period of a year and a half, we got approached by email, of course, by 12 or 13 publishing companies asking if we were interested in publishing the book with them. 2 or 3 of those made concrete offers, I think the first offer was about $5,000, and then another one offered $12,000, and finally one offered about $30,000. That's it. We thought about it, not because of the money, but because we thought that a publishing company has other tools to publicize the book, the information that we didn't have. A publishing company could expose this information at a higher radius, could make this worldwide event fast, because sometimes books go viral fast, It's like a video. And we didn't. We just had to. We were just two guys translating this, and hopefully we'd make some videos on YouTube showing this information. But the problem, we talked about it, and we thought, well, it would be a good idea for a company like this to publish the book. However, there's some problems. First, once we allow them to do that, I'm sure that we'd have to, sign a lot of documents for them to have the copyright to the book. And what could happen? They could change the content of the book, or maybe the company could change hands, and they would drop off the project. They would not publish the alien races book, and then we couldn't either, because we gave them the right, to publish the book. So we thought, well, no, because if we lose control of this, then this might never see the light of day, First and foremost, it's the Russian government. Whatever this book has been written and updated and re-edited since the USSR days, since the 1940s. When the USSR collapsed, everything now belongs to the Russian government. So obviously it will be the Russian government. Having said that, the images that are on the book, not all of them, of course, but some of them, they don't have the copyright, because they took them from video games or movies, But I don't think they're very worried about that. They just put whatever. Plus, the book is not supposed to be public, so copyrights was not an issue for them if the book was not supposed to be public. So obviously, that belongs to the Russian government. Having said that, right now there's 2 European countries that I cannot enter over this. And I was already approached. That was about a year ago. They're Eastern European countries, because I was warned not to go there because of the alien races book and what I did. This came through Petro's family. They live in the Ukraine, and someone approached Petro's cousins and Petro's family, and they left some notes. Let's say there's a rumor from one of Petro's cousins that there's actually an arrest warrant for me. I don't know what the grounds are. I've heard it was copywriting. I don't know. There were hundreds of notes on the book, on the sides. Some were written right on the book. Others were attached to the book by clips or stapled to the book. Also photos, some original photos. And we had to choose. We didn't want the book to be like the size of the Old Testament. We wanted to be something that would be accessible and not scary for people. When people see a really fat book, they lose the interest. We're in the age of videos, not books, So we wanted to be something, just the most important information. Of course, the whole book is there. I published the whole book, but when it comes to notes, just what was most important to us to show. And now the rest of the notes, well, maybe one day. Yeah. People ask me that a lot. I believe, because the provenance of the book is good, the people involved are serious people, and so I believe. Now, I never said that all the information in the book is real. I don't know. I'm just showing you what's in the book. The book exists. The book is real. The people involved in this book are not lying, and they exist, and they are real, and they are serious. Now, if everything that's in the book is real, I don't know. I believe it is. Many people do, but everyone can read the book now for free and make up their minds. Since I published the book, there are many websites out there and Facebook pages and in all kinds of places that claim to be me, and they're asking for donations, saying that they're trying to pass for me. So they ask for donations, they answer questions as if it was me, and people believe it was me because they know everything about me, from my channels. So to be very clear, there's only 3 ways you can contact me and know for sure that you're talking with me. One is by phone, if I give my phone number to you. The other one is by email, and my email address is on the book on one of the first pages, or on my YouTube channel. Outside those 3 choices, phone, email, or YouTube, you're not talking to me for sure.